Last time we were on top of this tower of quantum trials, but we didn't manage to get inside it, so we gotta get inside that. And also, we found information that there was a quantum signal coming from somewhere on Timber Earth, which is this current planet. So we could try and find that. Yeah, quantum fluctuations. There we go, it's very close. Oh, there's another shard. Looks like a quantum shard. Now the shard is over here. But is there anything else? It's always dark in the ancient glade, the quiet shade across old bark. So the signposts teleport as well when I'm not looking at them. Let's see if anything. Yeah, this is the Quantum Grove. And the Nomai also detected a quantum signal coming from the Hourglass Twins. We haven't been to those planets yet. I guess we could go to the Hourglass Twins now, which are the closest planets to the Sun. So the way these planets work is one of the planets basically empties all its ash onto the other planet, and then the cycle keeps repeating, so the ash keeps getting cycled between the two planets. Now, since these planets are very small, they have very low gravity, so just the jumping, that's just a normal jump, which is already high. And if I use the boost, I can almost fly. Oh look, the ash is dropping from the other planet onto this planet now. Oh, we found another pod thing. We have found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. The cavern Mallory found is a wise choice for a shelter. This is the start of the path. I've left directions to guide you there. That's handy. We must hurry as the pathway there is filling with sand. Yeah, do not allow yourself to be buried by sand. I will try not to, but let's explore this pod first. So this was the other escape pod then. There were 3, this must be the second one. Escape pod 2, vessel has been mortally injured, emergency sequence activated. Launching escape pod 3, now launching escape pod 2. Alert, collision imminent. Scanning external environment. External temperature is prohibitively high, very close to the sun. Verdict inhospitable. Do not seek shelter on planet surface. But I guess they could seek shelter underground. The heat from the star system sun is more bearable below the surface. When our escape pod punctured its planet's surface, it broke into what scans show is a cave system with much cooler air. Even with this danger, they are still our best chance of survival. And be aware of the sand as you search, it appears to be rising gradually. The path to the shelter site is somewhat convoluted, so follow the instructions ahead closely. To reach shelter site, walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit, then turn left. Continue to the room filled with rock column formations, and climb upward to the opening above them. The sand here is rising, so we must be cautious but swift. Oh, here is the left path, I think. Yeah, then there's something above the ceiling. Yeah, there's a hole in the ceiling I need to get through. Update. Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. The bridge Mallory and I crafted will do its job, but it isn't strong. Once on the far side, look for the tunnel, hidden behind the falling sand. Follow it and you'll reach the shelter site. Yeah, this bridge is definitely not strong. So there's a tunnel here, right through the sand. Yep. You're doing well. There's only a little further left to go now. You can rest there. Hurry before the sand comes. Do I need to make it over there? I think so. Oh, we found it. so this was their settlement. Anglerfish fossil overlook. This is amazing, look inside the cave. How did this come to rest here? We haven't encountered others in these caves. I think this is a rare find. From what we can see, Coleus, nice name, and I believe the specimen must be very old indeed. Imagine what we might learn if we could examine it. We both agree it's unlikely this tri-planet is the horror's place of origin. Clearly this hole is too small for it to have fit through. Hypothesis: there is another entrance to this cave. If there is, Coleus and I will find it. An update: we need to find a way inside quickly, because when I returned here to search for an entrance to the cave, there were children playing on the specimen. Oh, that's the specimen. It looks like literally an anglerfish fossil. Let's head back to the settlement. I'm gonna run out of fuel soon. Should we build the sun station to power the Ash Twin project? I almost can't comprehend this as being suggested seriously. The purpose of the sun station goes against every standard we hold ourselves to, and everything we believe in as a species. If we fail, we will without question destroy ourselves, all life here, and the rest of the star system. I wish to protect this species. The potential annihilation of an entire star system is too severe a cost. We shouldn't build the sun station, no matter how badly we want the knowledge that comes with it. Fear of failure is a poor reason not to try. I believe if we're cautious, the sun station will work. I believe in pie. What kind of pie though? Pokimane, I'm deeply honored. Idea, I comprehend your position. However, if we aren't all but certain the sun station will not cause destruction once we've built it, then I won't support the station's use. So what was the idea behind the sun station? I forgot. Are there other ways to generate this level of power? Unsurprisingly, Idea, I disagree. We're pushing a possible new technology further than ever before. That, in my experience, is the defining characteristic of our species. Are there other ways to generate this level of power? Theoretically yes, practically no. I can't imagine discovering them in our lifetimes. I understand this proposal is unsettling, but the sun station must be built if we hope to complete the Ash Twin project. So I guess the sun station is a station that gets power from the sun, and they need that amount of power to power this Ash Twin project that they're working on. Oh, these are their remains. I guess they used to live on the side here. This is a symbol of the eye, so I guess even here they were looking for the eye. Anything inside here? Oh, there's ghost matter. Careful. Fuel level critical. Well, shit. Oh, okay. Made it. Be welcomed in this place. The shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to the star system, the signal from the eye. We observed the eye signal on our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is that the source of the signal is older than the universe itself. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. I need to be fast because the sun is rising. If the eye called to us, why won't it reveal itself? Did the signal stop? Does the eye no longer desire to be found? Perhaps this isn't the eye's choice. The eye may not be able to communicate with us more than it already has. Did something happen to it? Is the eye natural or artificial? Maybe someone built it. The eye is older than the universe itself. How could something exist before its creator? It could be naturally occurring, though this doesn't answer how the eye could be as old as it is. Did the eye deliberately call out to us by sending the signal, or did we hear the signal by coincidence? We could be seeing meaning where there is none. Suppose the signal was produced incidentally. Does that mean the eye is any less important though? Perhaps the eye wanted to be found. Could it be sentient? Maybe it chose us. Does the eye desire something from us? Could it need us in some way? Maybe it doesn't have to be us. I think this is just glass. The music in this game is really good. I'll keep saying that. How do we get out of this place? Oh, there's a hole here. Yeah, the sun is rising a lot now. Oh, what's this? Gravity cannon. That sounds fun. Oh, the sun is growing. So this is the gravity cannon. I think we can shoot stuff from it. But I think the control station is already filled with sand now. Okay, let's go back to the ash twin planets. What's this over here? Oh, this looks cool. So this shows the direction of the planets. That's cool. So this is Timber Earth. And what's this? Oh, this is the quantum moon, I think, which is visible right now. So if we do this, yeah, it changed location totally. Now it's over there. And now it is over there. This planet sometimes, and only sometimes, has a moon. This is also of note. It disappears if no one is watching it. Isn't that a fascinating orbital characteristic? This is my first time encountering a natural satellite with the ability to vanish when not being watched. We should study it. Or even better, we should travel there. I agree, our first step would be determining a method to track this phantom moon, so that we can always know where it is. I found your note, Mallory. Kindly count me among this moon's admirers. What is happening when it disappears? I doubt it ceases to exist. Does it move to another location? Given its reluctance to move while consciously observed, it might be a form of macroscopic quantum mechanics. Oh, there's another scroll over here. Play recording. Clearly, the Nomai were making astronomical observations here. They chose an excellent spot. What is this big rotating device for? What was it the Nomai were observing? At posit, there's something special about the orange symbol on that device. Yeah, it's the thing that tracks the quantum moon. Also found another scroll. Let's read this one. The quantum moon locator is functioning. We have markers for each of the places the moon goes. Anona Bar. I just observed the quantum moon in orbit around Dark Bramble. I added a marker for Dark Bramble. I thought the locator now accounted for all of the phantom moon's locations, but sometimes the locator can't tell where the moon is. Perhaps there's a problem with the device? It's also possible there exists a sixth place in the star system, to which the phantom moon travels. You have keen eyes, my friend, so this moon travels to a total of 5 locations, not 4. Interesting, so there are 4 planets, but sometimes the moon... Yeah, I think like right now, for example. It seems not to be orbiting any planets and seems to be just chilling, doing its own thing. While now it's orbiting Giant's Deep again. Now let's try to find the guy who's on this planet, because there's a guy on this planet. There's a guy on every planet. Yeah, this one, this is the guy. I think he's on the opposite side of where I'm standing. There he is. Hello, Chart. Goodness, it's you. Hello, I take it your first launch went well then? Welcome to the Hourglass Twins. Mind the sand now. Let's check any quantum fluctuations. Oh, there's one close by. Oh, what's this big arch over here? Unidentified signal nearby. Ooh, I turned off the light and suddenly it disappeared. Oh fuck, there it is again. This rock is very familiar. Did you travel here, my sedimentary friend? Because your unique color and texture appears identical to a rock I met earlier. Wasn't the same rock fragment in the cave we found at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole? Ooh, we gotta go there now. An update, Mallory and I went back to the lake bed cave and observed this rock again. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't. That means this rock wanders like the quantum moon does. How curious. We plan to re-examine the northern lake bed cave. Maybe our friendly rock will meet us down there. Coleus is missing. He vanished from the lake bed cave, the one at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole, several days ago, and we're unable to find any trace of him. I don't know how much air he had when he disappeared. I beg any friend reading this, help us recover Coleus. Okay, so it seems like this thing teleports back to the other cave below. So I think we could possibly teleport with it if we turn off the light and turn it back on. Yes, we're in a different cave now. Friends, if you find any sign of Coleus, I implore you to tell me. He vanished without a trace during our research trip and has been missing ever since. Where was young Coleus lost? Mallory. He disappeared in the cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole. It happened in an instant and without warning. I turned away from Coleus to examine a sample, and when I turned back, he simply wasn't there anymore. He had a limited supply of air. Anona, I'm afraid for him. Hypothesis, we will learn more by examining the northern lakebed cave. Mallory, some of us from the Sunless City are here to help search for Coleus. Can you tell us more about your expedition? You have my gratitude, Burr. Coleus and I were studying the cave's geology. We hope to learn more about a unique and wandering rock that visits several different caves in the area. I guess we can try teleporting again, and maybe this time we get teleported into this lakebed cave. Is this the lakebed cave? How curious, this rock took me with it. Oh, this is Coleus. This rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. Curious but also alarming. This new cave appears to lack an entrance or exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching. The wandering rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen. I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems the clearest explanation. Hypothesis, if the rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on this rock as long as I'm not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Mallory is here now too. We theorize when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they move together. Friends, Coleus has discovered a new quantum rule. He has also promised me he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it. Yeah, I think this whole having to turn off my torch had taken me a while to figure out the first time I played this game. Now obviously I remembered quite quickly that that's what I had to do. So that's another thing we learned about quantum objects now, quantum entanglement. And interestingly enough, quantum entanglement is actually a thing in quantum physics as well. That's what's nice about this game, like they based the quantum objects on actual quantum mechanics. There's more to explore in the lakebed cave. Maybe we need to explore that at the very beginning when there's no sand at all. Now we can visit the ash twin. There it is. That was gonna be a harsh landing. Trees detected. So these buildings were teleport locations. Oh shit, I'm being taken to the other planet. No. Each of these buildings were built to teleport to each of the planets in the solar system. Oh shit, there's a dead anomaly here. We can place a scroll there. And here's a handy scroll. Friends visiting from the Hanging City. I think the Hanging City is on the Brittle planet. We are planning the Ash Twin project at the High Energy Lab on Ember Twin's equator. I don't think we've been in the High Energy Lab, that's where we can go as well. I became lost on Ember Twin. But the High Energy Lab is the building with the large solar panels. I'm surprised I didn't see it. I imagine our otherwise immensely clever Connoy would lose his own head if it weren't anatomically impossible. So I need to go to the High Energy Lab at some point. Okay, managed to just barely. Some time has passed since I checked in with you, Pi. How are you and Idea progressing with the Sun Station plans? Presently, my assessment is that our plan will either fail explosively or succeed explosively. Pi, you know I don't find that funny. How curious, remitting some gas, and I don't recall requesting that you monitor this conversation. I don't see what state of matter you are has to do with this, and I don't recall supporting the Sun Station's construction, but here we are. Hypothesis: time spent away from the station would be beneficial to you both. I'm immensely interested in testing your hypothesis, Hero. That at least we can agree on. I think I got a fly here. Oh shit. I think I died. I think that's what I gotta do though. I gotta traverse through these cactuses very carefully. Okay, I think we gotta find the High Energy Lab now, which should be along the equator. I assume this is the High Energy Lab. Probably, right? Now how do I get in it though? Maybe this way? Oh, the door is broken. No, this door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the White Hole Station. An update: the High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab, so I have to go to that settlement first. Raimi and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. Okay, I need to go to where the distress signal is then. Okay, let's see if I remember the path to the Sunless City. I think this was it. Oh, there's a lot of sand now. I don't think I can get there. Let's get crushed to death. That was quite a nice ASMR sound. Now let's see if we remember the path. Now which one is the High Energy Lab? This is the one, so let's light this place up. Wait, nothing lit up. Oh, cause it's down there, I think. This is the High Energy Lab, yep. Follow the sparkly wire. Oh, so this cable is transferring power from the High Energy Lab to the Sunless City, I assume. So that's how they're powering the Sunless City. How do I get over there? I think I gotta wait for the sand to come up, which is annoying. Okay, I think I made it. Maybe this way. Yeah, I'm gonna get crushed to death though. Unless I'm super fast, I managed to do it just in time. Oh shit, there's ghost matter. Okay, I assume we can get through there. Managed to aim, okay. Is this it? Yes, this is it. What are these? Warp cores. Records show Nomai arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the White Hole station. Raimi and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Initial things first, our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core, to mimic the setup on the white hole station. Hypothesis: it is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. Let's read the other scroll. An update. Our experiment here reproduced the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eye. To that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. I imagine the Sunless City's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Raimi, Yarrow requests that we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. All available energy has been rerouted from the city to our experiment. Raimi and I are about to run a new test. Hypothesis confirmed. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi saw it. Hypothesis confirmed. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application. So the hypothesis is true, that when you enter a black hole, you come out of the white hole before you even enter it. The Saturn Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible, that is, to have something arrive 22 minutes before it is actually sent through the warp. Side note, the loops we are experiencing are 22 minutes long. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Raimi and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. We would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be Eshtwin. The energy is currently unavailable, you say? You're a gas, Pi. My pun was unintended, so I believe it's you who's aeroform. Okay, next scroll. The Eshtwin project will be one of our biggest undertakings. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Eshtwin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers, like the one we have on the White Hole station, to connect Eshtwin directly to each critical location? Of note, each tower on Eshtwin will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who noted my imprecise language. Yes, the Sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. The giant steep tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timber Heart Tower after a geyser mountain. Pocky, Root, and I can begin working on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. The Black Hole Forge is on the Brittle Hollow as well, as far as I know. So, what happens if we power this thing? Oh, this way we are rerouting the power from the Sunless City to this place. Oh yeah, and I think we can put 2 warps here. I think we should put then a black hole one and a white hole one. And if we shoot a scout, yeah, it came out of the white hole before it even entered the black hole, as you can see. Now I remember there's a way to end the game here, and a kind of paradox. I forgot how to do that. Let me try to think logically. I think I know. I think I have to take out one of these warps when there are two scouts. Like when the scout hasn't yet entered the black hole but has already left the white hole. That didn't seem to work. Okay, that did. Okay, yeah, there are two scouts now. I broke the metaphysical universe. You destroyed the fabric of space-time. We beat the game, guys. The music. Hopefully we can still continue the game without having to start anew. Yeah. So I'll stop this episode right here because I've been gaming for a while. But yeah, we still have to explore a lot of Giant's Deep and some of Brittle Hollow. And then there's a comet as well, but we're almost there. I don't think there's much left. So yeah, see you next time.